So I think we should have
Hold on, Seth. Put it on me.
Ted.
You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them.
You look like Ted.
It's like Eddie Kane Jr. Who is Ted?
Ted? The teddy bear?
Teddy bear? No. This is Eddie Kane Jr. right here, man.
Oh, okay.
Name
Does
that
Sherrod
movie.
look like Ted?
Or Eddie Kane Jr.
I think
That's
that's
a
like
huge
Ted.
age gap. That's a huge age gap. Ted is mid-2000s. Eddie Kane Jr. is early 90s. Maybe even, early 90s.
Okay, that's our debate. Sherrod's jacket.
Nights like this.
I can't quote
wish
Ted on the show, I think.
Raindrops would fall. Nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall. And the fact that the arms is young. It's definitely Eddie Kane Jr.
I just think it's funny if
Yeah.
I say you look like Ted. What's up?
Podcast 7.
Podcast 7.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
Do you have anything you want to argue about? Since we start off each thing with a
argument.
debate.
I'll think about it, and we'll
You'll just bring it up.
I'll say it at it.
Cool. So today is October 29th, 2018.
Okay.
You want to just start with? Let's just start with our goal, where we're at. Right. This could be a debate. Not really a debate.
Okay.
We just have some thoughts.
Yeah, I have some thoughts. You have some thoughts about where we are and how we could have been better. And go ahead.
So we're at 233,000. Right? Yeah, we just passed that probably in the last hour, and we have 2 more days. So
And what's the goal?
the goal is 300,000.
So we got about 67,000 to go in 3 days.
67, I think. Let me make sure. I'm not great at math.
Yeah.
Yeah, 67. In 2 days. Well, the end of the day, we got 6 hours left in this day.
Yeah.
But we did just post, which is good. That usually adds people to our site. But basically, we're thinking on how can we make up for the gap. And looking at this graph here, the gap started on the 21st. The 21st was our last really big day, which was last Sunday.
Okay.
Which was last Sunday was a Shade Room post. Along with, it was the Alexa hoodie that led into that. And then last week was the super understaffed week of God is Dope fulfillment and production.
Yeah.
So we slowed down on purpose to make sure we were getting out everything we needed to get out before adding more fuel to the fire as far as doing another email or, posting a lot, right?
Right.
Then I think we meant to post probably Friday, and we just had a small hiccup with the photo of the Thank God shirt. We had them separate.
Right.
There was 2 separate products on there where the idea is to have them together. That way when we post about it, you can link it to one product page, right? So that was 100%. Yeah, that was 100% good logic on that. We just hadn't done that. Then that night, the second you had texted about it, my phone was locked up in a little pouch because I went to this comedy show, and now they do this thing at comedy shows where you can't you take your phone in, but you put it in a pouch. It's like
the thing that Dave Chappelle started.
Yeah, he started basically he was the first person that I think used them. And now that everyone's using them.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's cool. It makes you feel more present in the show, and people can't record. They use the same set.
Yeah.
On tour, so I guess it's got a lot of benefits. But negative side of that, I couldn't. I didn't know you texted me until 3 hours later. So by the time I did look at it and was able to get the pic from Zed and all that, it was too late to post.
Right.
Then I was hoping you were going to post that Saturday. But I know we had the whole office thing.
Yeah, I was working on the office. That I was editing the video.
Yeah, we'll talk about that video a little later.
Yeah, I was just in my zone, and I wasn't thinking about making a post or anything like that. And plus, I'm still getting emails and DMs here and there about. So I'm kind of uneasy when we don't have the right people here fulfilling that's normally fulfilling or responding to people's questions as far as emails. So I mean, to sacrifice the goal, I would rather not piss people off. And I know it's only a day or two, but it's still like until I'm able to see the person that's supposed to be here handling things, and because stuff can get out of hand real quick. Yeah. Just off of one day, somebody being missing. Like, though, every day counts. Yeah, especially definitely. When we're trying to do like the biggest month of God is Dope history, and then like
3 people were gone for a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like October is really supposed to be a slow month.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into, I didn't know that as far as like fashion sales,
I think,
but
because I mean, it's like people saving their money for Black Friday and Christmas.
Yeah, I mean,
sales.
On paper, November is supposed to be bigger than October, definitely. Yeah. And then December is just all around craziness with shopping everywhere, right? Yeah. So I mean, to me, my logic with it was, I understood definitely not sending the email because that's like a huge, huge thing. But my disagreement, I guess, that I had this morning was that I thought we should have posted just like something. Like, just because something would have been better than nothing. As far as I understand not doing a shade room post because, for example, I wanted to use that, what's her name, Tammy. I wanted to use the
Just God picture.
That Just God picture, and we can flash that now. But yeah, look at that. Okay, but Sherrod thought that the Just God wasn't visible enough for it to have an impact, and I understood that.
Not only was it not visible enough, I think you still think about what happened with the green and white distress.
Yeah, you think the format of that was the thing?
The format of that, not only that, but it's just like it's the green and white distress. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it is.
Yeah, so that's gonna trump everything. So I mean, that's what you got to understand. I know, when it comes to that.
I get it, but
and what I want to do with Shade Room is I want to have another $30,000 day. If we, you know what I'm saying, like within these 2 days, like even if we do it the last day of the month and not tomorrow, we have to have a $30,000 post to make this go. Because I think between the 2 days with the 30 for 30 and the end of the month sale, I think we can do 30. And I think if we do Shade Room thoughtfully, everything got to be perfect, right timing, everything. I think we can have a $30,000 post with that.
I get it, but what I was saying was,
I think if we wait, today is what, the 29th. So if we do Shade Room, it has to be tomorrow, so it can roll over until the 31st. Because if we do the 31st, it'll roll over into the 1st, and it won't count.
You're right.
So the Shade Room post, it got to be some thoughtful stuff.
I get it, but what I was saying was that something would, like, we weren't going to lose money on that post being that woman being who she is to that community. Like,
we weren't going to lose money, but we trying to meet, like you said, we're trying to meet the goal. We're not trying to do 8,000.
I know, but we made $0.
No, I get it, but I mean,
we could have made.
Think about this: would you sacrifice the $8,000 post because we had to put something up that day, or would you rather think something through and make 28 to 30,000?
But now we have to do it either way. If it would have gone up, it doesn't affect the next post. It's the same. Now we didn't post, and then we are banking on this post does enough. The idea being.
But I get what you're saying, but I'm just trying to be more thoughtful overall. And not thinking like, okay, if we don't get it this post, we'll get it this post.
But that's because we're looking at it from our perspective. From a customer's perspective, it doesn't matter. Like, they react to it being thoughtful, but they're not keeping track. They're definitely not like, oh, this one was quite a thoughtful post from God is Dope. No, this next one is not that thoughtful.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about the way I'm thinking.
From your perspective, you're saying.
I'm saying the post that we used in the beginning when we put a post up, it was either we was just hitting off us being a new brand, on the Shade Room, or it was just like, oh, that was, that made sense to go on there. It wasn't
but this isn't the, thank God, this isn't the picture of Sky or like just any other, like, a model that we know. This was like a woman that is featured on there with or without us, and people reacted to her in such a way that it would have gotten, if anything, I know it was because of the look of the photo, but I think it still would have gotten, if anything, a better engagement than a really cool picture of just a model.
I'm telling you. And a lot of times I you feel real strongly about something, then I tell you it's not gonna work, and then sometimes I let you see that it's not gonna work, and then you're like, damn.
Yeah, but that's not happening every single time, every time.
No, not every time. But I'm just trying to tell you right now. Now we can do it. Now, if I got to prove another $1,000 point, I'm gonna be pretty TO'd. But
well, okay, then what would be what's the okay, this was good enough to post, and what are the numbers on that? Like, what are like, yeah, we definitely should not have posted that.
I mean, if we make anything over 7,500, I'm cool with it. Mm-hmm. But it's still like, could we have done something that made 25,000?
Yeah, but okay, exactly. On that point, could we have? So you'd rather not do anything at all? You'd rather make $0 on that day through Shade Room than post something that does less than 7,500. Like if it made $3,000.
If it makes 3,000,
then you'd rather have not posted?
Because I didn't think about it. I really didn't make anything. Because the ad is 1,000.
Okay.
And then half of whatever we make is going to merchandise. So I might have made 1,000.
Okay, that's $1,000 though.
But
when we're trying to hit a goal, it's every penny counts. I don't think.
And then it's whatever we made. I got to pay staff. So you got to think about it from my perspective.
How does staff fall into a marketing equation at all?
The product itself is half of whatever. Like let's say
that's the product we're selling.
But what I'm saying is on a money, like just overall, the people I have in here making the stuff and bagging the stuff, that's still money that I'm spending to get that product out, in a sense. Where it's like in the overall grand scheme of things, like I like.
So then you'd rather not sell the product?
Yeah, I would rather sell the product. But what I'm saying is we could be more. We just need to be more thoughtful with our ads anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even with them, the deal I made with them was us posting 5 days a week for a whole month. But come to realize, we're not thoughtful enough to, not yet.
Well, we just don't have the time. If that's all we thought about.
Yeah, if that's all we thought about. If that's
all me and you had to think about was what goes on our ads, then that would be.
We would be good. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't have, we just.
There's no time.
Yeah. So, and then you think,
I get it.
You think you got the hot hand, so you're like, okay, we just gonna keep playing every day because no matter what we do, we win. But then you realize that's not the case.
Okay, then let's X Shade Room around the question. We didn't post on the Shade Room. Cool. I thought that would have done well. But my main thing was that it's free to post for us. Even it be that the Thank God hoodie that no one has seen yet.
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm
on the site.
I mean, it's no excuse for that.
So
I mean, there's no excuse. But what I was
just
doing,
need to do better.
I was fixing this office.
You're busy. I was gone. I get it.
And I was, working.
It happens. And then there's no staff.
Working on video, and it's just like.
So stuff comes up.
Yeah. And if anybody knows me, they know I think and I overthink. So I'm like, overthinking what to post.
Yeah.
A lot of the times. So that could be a thing too.
Okay. Well, great.
Moving on.
Let's talk about our name change.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, on Instagram, we've always, right? It's never been anything else. God is dope _ Mm-hmm. And the name God is Dope was occupied by like a random account that hadn't posted since like 2012. They're just there.
Right.
They had one post and that was it. And I had reported them like a bunch, like just like through the Instagram report. Mm-hmm. And then I never really thought much about it aside from that. And I was like, well, there's nothing we can do, I guess. And then I think last week, I was reading something about getting verified on Instagram. And just because that was something I want to do also along the way. Uh-huh. And then it came apart, or like something that stood out in like that, whatever article I was reading was like, if your thing's trademarked, then like, that's another case for your name. And then it occurred to me that you can do trademark claims on Instagram. Like also actually that was the other part. It was like the verified thing, but it was like, because I had done those trademark claims a couple weeks ago with the scammers. Yeah. Remember I was getting all those accounts kicked out? Yeah. I just was thinking and like going back to that page, one of them was someone has a name. Like that was an account infringing on our, like through products and like scamming. But the other option to claim something was someone has my trademark name and it's like affecting me, Right. And now I don't think it would work if this was an active account. or I think it might be more complicated if it was an active account. But basically, I just went through, sent an email, explained to them how we need this name because Word God is dope. This is our company. This is our trademark. I sent them all the info.
And it's funny to think about that. So that company was, the last time they posted was 2012?
Yeah. It wasn't even a company. It was just a guy who had the name.
So somebody thought about God is dope.
Someone, yeah.
A year
they
before
just never
I did it.
used it. Yeah, it was 2012. Well, it's deleted now, so you can't find it. But I remember it being 2012.
That's interesting.
It's in my email somewhere. But basically, I explained, like, look, they're inactive. Like, they're literally, they haven't done anything in 6 years. Like, we are a legitimate business that this is being affected by this because people were following it and, like, tagging it and, like, thinking that that's God is dope. Their handle without, like, visiting the page.
Yeah.
And so I sent some emails, then they got back to me saying, yes, you can have it. And it was simple as that. And then they changed it, which is a lot easier than I thought.
Right.
Probably could have done it earlier. I just didn't know that was the process for it. So if you have issues with that, look into that. Other brands and people.
Nice.
But that's important because now, you know, it just looks better. And to me, it's a really big deal to the eye. Like, as far as it being legitimate, like if I see like,
Louis Vuitton underscore?
yeah, or like you know, Apple One, or like, you know, Nike underscore one, like something like that. It's like not as clean and business like. It's just, this is a business. This is our name.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That was.
Do you want to talk about the marketing budget numbers?
Oh yeah,
was it last podcast or two podcasts ago?
I think 2 podcasts ago we did the numbers as far as overhead and profits and all that type of stuff. And one thing that we left out was the marketing, which is a huge part. It plays a huge role. And I think our marketing budget ranges between, give or take, $700 to $1,500 a day, depending on if we, you know, do higher priced ads or just a few lower priced ads.
Or do multiple ads in one day, and then some days is nothing.
Yeah. So it ranges between. So if you watch our podcast, which I think we got a strong cult following of about 150 to 200. That's
about our peoples.
And so just think about that day and add on an extra 25 to 30 grand a month to those numbers that we spend just for marketing.
And not an exact breakdown, but a breakdown of that would be Instagram ads.
Instagram ads, like other page ads, influencers. Let's say we do $1,000 at Shade Room, and we do $500 ads or one $500 ad just through Instagram ads. That's just the breakdown. Or you can do an influencer for 500 or 800, and it's just, you know, there's multiple ways, but I try to keep it within that range.
Okay, speaking of paying for an influencer, I was approached about the opportunity to have rapper Dave East host a meet and greet / pop-up, whatever they plan on doing for his tour in November. And the price that they had asked me for, first it was kind of a funny meeting because it was a Music Midnight and the guy mentioned it to me, and then he was like, okay, so what's like a budget? And then I told him, I was like, well, we charge this and this for the stuff. I told him what we charge, like thinking by budget, he meant like, what do they have to pay to use our space? Right. Because that's just what we've always, you know, we don't ever pay for people to come to us. Like, not like, we're not a club. Right. We're not paying for like a walkthrough. So then he was like, no, I mean, like, you would pay us. And I was like, oh, okay. Still like, okay, so how much? And he was like, $5. I was like, oh, all right, 500. I mean, nothing we can make. He was like, no.
To pay them what? Pay who?
To pay the management, to pay Dave East to come to us, basically. Mm-hmm. And then when he said $5, I was like, okay, $500, we can figure that out. Dave East has 1 million followers. He's a pretty great rapper, you know. He's cool right now. Yeah. And then he was like, he called me. I was like, no, 5,000.
And let me tell you how that works. Okay, so his partner is trying to, it's like they go on these tours, right?
Yeah.
It's like 30 days, and okay, I might be getting $8,500 a show, $12,000 a show, and in between these days, it's like, okay, if I can pick up an extra $3,000 at this location or that location while I'm there, why not? It's just.
I'm already here.
Yeah, it's chump change. It's like, all right, cool. It's just, it's extra money. What happens is the management, which is like right here, he hits his boys. And he's like, see what you can get for me, through promoters or clothing lines or whatever, meet and greets. And it's like he got 5 boys in the city, like boom, 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 boom. Whatever you get, I got you. I'll shoot you something back. We only want 3,000. Whatever you put on top of that is yours.
Yeah.
So his boys are like working, like, man, hitting promoters, clothing lines, stores, boutiques, whatever. It's like, man, I got Dave East, and this and that. So not his guy. Now just imagine him being another branch coming from somebody else. Or it's like, this is the actual manager. This is Dave East. This is the management. This is Dave East's boy. And then this is Dave East's boy.
His cousin.
This is Dave East's boy cousin.
Whatever it might be, yeah.
And it's like, so by this time, it's like an extra 500 added on times 4.
Per person in the link.
Yeah, because everybody got to eat. And then at this point, it's like, it's not even worth it, because it's like, okay, we give this person the money, and then the message has to go from this person to this person and that person all the way back up to the head. And that's how stuff like the lines get blurred. If I'm not talking directly to management,
yeah,
it don't make sense to like even go back and forth, because all this stuff with my boy and this and that is like, okay, if they'll do it for 5 bands, give me the manager, just give me the info.
Yeah,
there's so many middlemen and PR people that's just trying to eat off of.
If I book for them, then they get their monthly.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's crazy. So yeah, I mean, the only way that would work, yeah, maybe Davies might be worth $5,000 if I can.
Yeah, what would make it work?
If I could sell 50 tickets to a concert of Davies for $100, like on some Nipsey Hussle Proud to Pay type stuff. I don't know if it's 50 people willing to pay $100 to see Davies in an intimate setting. Maybe.
Yeah, so because
I mean,
that's like after the show,
right? That's $5,000, right? Or 100 tickets at $50. Either way, that's after the show.
Yeah, it's like for the show. I don't know if it's after or before.
It's probably before. And then like, okay, so then I'm pretty sure he got a contract with somebody where it's like,
probably
you can't go do a performance.
Yeah.
At somewhere before you do this, because I'm paying you XYZ to come out here. Or I mean, it probably wouldn't even make sense if he's putting his own tour together to do a smaller show somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I could probably get a whole meet and greet for $100 if I just go to his concert. It's just.
Well, that's what this pitch was. It was a meet and greet, and so then my thought was, for it to work, we'd have to, if we have him for 4 hours for the first hour, we'd have to get him in a t-shirt, do a shoot, do an interview, have him, post some, like, we'd have to get a whole, like, hour's worth of content.
And just having a history of being around artists.
Yeah.
Like, when they at that level or beyond.
That's why I like
we're not going to get him to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would have to be like, he would have to either like have a personal relationship with me or you. And it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes management can't even get these artists to do nothing. Like,
yeah, they're their own people.
Yeah. It's like, I've been in this game from being on tour to being around promoters, and they like, oh, I was at a club one night where Plies was like, when Plies was like at his peak, like Busted Baby Pop Plies. And it was a club, I think it was open from like 11 to 3. And Plies was paid like maybe 25 to 30 grand to come. Plies showed up at 2:30. Walked through the VIP, said what up, got his money, ordered the bottles, left the bottles there and left. Like, you can't get these people to do nothing. And if it ain't no contract, and then if you do write a contract and they don't follow, like, who want to go through that for $5,000 and try to get your money? And then it's like, then you got some internet beef going, and you tweeting Davies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then you got a Twitter beef with Davies. You don't want that, Jay. Yeah.
Jay does not want
that's what I'm saying.
A Twitter beef with Davies. Okay.
So yeah, long story short,
Probably not.
If you're not talking directly to the people.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Do that, Jay. Okay. Let's talk about Keyshawn.
Humanized being black.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a special kid, man. He's he came in. Was that Thursday?
That was Thursday. Yep.
Thursday, and we sat down. We talked. He told me how much he admired the brand and how transparent I am when it comes to just giving information.
He'll probably see this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll see it. Hey, what's up, Keyshawn? He told me, you know, how he was real appreciative. He started following us back in 2016, you know. And, you know, he just said all the steps that I talk about in all of my videos is the things that helped him start his company, Humanize Being Black. And, I mean, I think he's a kid that's going to go far. Because, I mean, the reason I'm here today is because I listened to, like, my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the wisdom, not, like, life stuff. Nothing to do with selling a shirt. And all of that stuff, it applies in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you somebody that's willing to listen and you, like, coachable, mixed in with just being, like natural, just God-given talent, I think you'll go far. And I think he got both. He's willing, you know, he's got God-given talent. And he listens, you know. And I was nowhere near his level mentally at 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, something I told you that day, I think while he was just talking to someone and it was just me and you in the room, I thought it was really inspiring and interesting for me, having seen you go from way more behind the scenes, where this whole new content, like we're doing podcasts and videos and you're posting and you're accidentally putting your face on the lot. Like, yeah,
that was terrible today.
Yeah, that happened today. But like you were just not even seen at all.
Yeah.
Probably a year ago.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
Right. And I mean, my reason for that was, I mean, I kind of felt like people that looked like me needed to see me actually running a business and doing it the legal way and just showing people like, man, you can look like you can be black and run a successful business and do right by your employees. And, you know, like, if you don't have a jump shot, you can still be successful. If you don't know how to write a rap, you can still, you know what I'm saying, like make some money and create, like build 100%. A legacy. And, I mean, for him to come in here and say that, it's just like, wow, you know, this is like I've accomplished everything that I set out to accomplish.
Yeah, and that's what
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, because I saw it go from, like, I'm not even the owner, like, he's the owner, like, just like, you weren't trying to be the face of it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I had some stuff I had to get cleared up with the feds.
Okay. Just kidding. To you realizing, like, I can make an impact, right, and wanting to make an impact, to, you know, I'm sure along the way we were probably like, yeah, someone's listening. Like, we had the brunch, like, yeah, people listen. But, like, to see, like, someone, a young person that listen, like you said, listen to all the steps.
Douglas, Georgia. And he's like he's quoting like,
and he came
episodes.
Yeah, he knows that. He came in here, knew everyone by name, like knew what they all did, just like from people's story, like just stuff that we don't even publicly like put out there, you know, like just our Instagrams, like employee Instagrams.
Like I look at, like, if Kanye was like this, I would look at him like, oh, that's Virgil, that's Don C,
100%. That's how me and Sir are.
You know, Ivan Jasper, you know, like just that whole. So I mean, it's interesting to see how that can happen,
and it culminating with, like, you've changed someone's life to make a decision, like a career choice, but also like a life choice, because he, you know, I don't know if you guys are interested in that story, check out the video. We have a whole video about it, but he shares a story about taking a negative situation, he was racially profiled. He took a very negative situation, was inspired by your brand, and created his own brand to overcome that situation.
Right.
And I think that's full circle. Like, that's perfect.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. And I'm just happy the fact that, like I said, I even told him, like, it's so many people around me that, you know, look at me and look up to me and want to do what I do, but won't even listen to the advice I give them. Not even close. But they want to, you know what I'm saying? But they want it so bad and won't even like take it, like not even take a chance to listening. It's like, but you want it that bad, but you're not willing to. You got too much pride to sell your stuff at cost.
Yeah.
For the first 6 months, and you can work however many hours you want in this factory, or you can do anything you want. You know, like, it's not like I can't. Now, if somebody said I can't sell my stuff at cost because I'm only getting 20 hours a week at my job, or I'm only getting 12 hours a week, so I have to make something. It's like you can come in here and literally sleep in the thing and wake up. As long as you work and you can make money, but doing productive stuff. But you can still like sell your stuff at cost and still make a living. But it's all about branding in the beginning, and you know, they don't get it.
Well, like I said, if you're interested in learning more about the Keyshawn Humanized Being Black story, we have a video on that on our channel.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our plans going into. We're ending October, like we obviously said, and we're going into November and Christmas, so like the holiday season.
Yeah.
We're going to need a collection for, I think December specifically is what we said, because November we're going to be focusing on Black Friday. And for Black Friday, we can do like, you know, some sort of themed thing. But that is, in Goddess of History, has been 2 years in a row, right? The biggest day. Like 2 years ago, that was the biggest day of the year. Last year, that was the biggest day of the year.
Yeah.
So this year, we've made a lot of changes. Probably the most changes.
It's going to be interesting to see what type of effect we have, because we have a Black Friday sale going all year. If you think about it.
No, definitely.
So it's going to be real interesting. We got to really, really like come up with some stuff to get people to react to Black Friday based off of our shirts are already.
Like, we can't do 50%. This is the first, like, we can't do 50% off a $10 shirt.
Yeah.
We'll literally lose money.
So what we could do is all November have shirts at the base price. Just, you know, so it's not like.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, because it's not that they're going up. It's just that's their price. It is a $35 hoodie.
Right.
And then just wait it out. Just rake in where we can.
Yeah.
Do the ads the same. Just do what we can.
Yeah.
And then just open the floodgates on Black Friday.
Yep.
I think that'll work, because people are gonna want, unless they watch this.
And we just.
So I guess if you're watching, buy your stuff in the next 2 days.
But
this end of month sale.
Today, because I was gonna do the end of the month sale, I put them at base price.
Oh, everything is up at base price?
Most of it.
I think I did notice that.
So.
Okay, 20, 30. So yeah, everything is back to normal.
So that's the thing. Now it's like, okay, because we can't put some, like, try to the day before put the stuff at base price and then expect people to.
Yeah, we have to warm it up.
Yeah.
Like the sale has ended.
And we have to do like stuff to get people to the site to see that it's base price. Because if they
posting,
yeah, because if they come and they're like, oh,
did you put the swipe up on the video? I know that doesn't go directly to the site, but did you do that? The swipe up video said made with the laptop.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what you guys are having trouble with, right?
No, I think he gave it to me. I'm trying to see if I put the link. I think I put the main page one up. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
I think you put the link, but.
Okay. No, I didn't put the thing. But I will. I'm going to do it right now that we're on the podcast. Yeah, okay, there we go. One thing I want to talk about next, I'm real transparent with everything. And one thing I want to talk about on the next podcast, remind me, is just like the time it takes away from like your personal life.
Okay.
And like, you know, if
that is important.
This is very important.
You as a young adult, it's like, oh, okay, he's a kid, he got time. Me being 26, 27 out there, like.
And then I'm gonna put the things, the gifts.
Oh yeah, the gifts. Did we ever talk about that in the podcast?
No, we didn't. We should do it now.
Me being 26, 27.
Are you sure we didn't?
Not really.
I'm not really sure either.
I don't think we did.
Okay, well, just in case. So, we made some gifs for God is Dope. We can just, I don't know if you can put them on the video, so let me see.
I'm trying to think if should I put it on there now, like, and not, because people might think it's part of the video instead of an actual gift.
Oh, the gifs? Nah, don't put it on now, maybe.
Yeah.
I think the gift should be at something. But basically, on Giphy, if you guys know, that's the service that does the gifts for, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, iMessage. My friend Andrew Deitch made these for me. He was hired to make them. So basically, you're able to send people God is Dope gifts. It really has no sales value aside from marketing, but it just is cool. And people use gifts so much on Instagram stories, on Twitter, replying to stuff on Facebook. So it's a good way to get out there. For example, this one has 45,000 views. This one has 54,000 views. It's just a cool little thing. I mean, it's just cool.
Like, when people put up a shirt, it can be like, oh, it's like a little God is Dope dancing on the shoulder.
I actually got sent one today of someone that put it up. Let me see.
I think we should do call-ins for the next podcast.
That'd be cool.
Like like people leave their number for us to call them during 4 and 6, and it's like they send a number and we call them and we say, hey, calling the God is Dope. What's up?
Do you think people will post their numbers in YouTube comments?
Not YouTube comments, but like DMs.
Okay, so if you want to receive a call-in, DM me at J_BRUZUAL. Shoot me a DM with your number and just be ready. My number's a weird 301 number, so it's not spam. We'll try to call you next podcast.
Yeah.
And talk to you. But look, so this guy is Boys Rule. He has 222,000 followers. I have no idea who he is. But
really?
Yeah, but he used the
Wait, 222,000?
Yeah. 222,000.
Maybe that's why it got
no, that was just today. It's already had a bunch, but it probably went up. But yeah, there's a gift. As you can see, it just moves on your story. It's a gift sticker. But
that's dope.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't follow us. Right. That might have been like a random he googled God on Giphy and we're like closer to the top. Right. That's probably what it is because Giphy, like everything else, runs off an algorithm. It's sorted by uses. So.
Wow. Okay. So what I want to do is, I'm thinking about it, changing that thing like Kareem was talking about before Black Friday. I think that'll increase sales too.
Definitely.
So that's a priority.
Okay. And then hopefully she can come on the next podcast. We can talk about what it is we're talking about now.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have to have all our SEO, everything up to date.
Yeah. And then we got to come right back around and hit them hard for December.
And for December Christmas is when I want to do the Christmas collection. I think last podcast or 2 podcasts ago. No, yeah, it was last podcast we were talking about. I had a meeting with a developer about doing a game.
Yeah.
So that game was a little bit higher budget than I anticipated, and we didn't want to use that game because originally the idea was use a small 8-bit game to promote a shirt. It was really the idea was 1 or 2 shirts, but that's just not big enough of an impact to justify that budget at all. Just doesn't make sense. So Sherrod and I came up with using the game to promote a whole collection over the whole month of December. Right. So that way, it's
we got to be on top of that because Christmas is right around the corner, and then we probably have to stop selling around the 20th or 18th, and then just sell in store only for the rest of the stuff.
Okay, so do you want to make a timeline real quick?
Yeah.
So Black Friday is the 23rd, so we're this Friday 4 Fridays away from Black Friday.
Okay.
As soon as that's done, we have a whole week until December 1st.
Uh-huh.
So, because I don't think we'll be able to get any sample work like that done that week, I think we should have the Christmas stuff planned before Black Friday, right? Because we don't want to include it in the Black Friday sale, but we want it to come out right after the Black Friday sale.
Right.
So I think we should have...
Hold on, Seth. Put it on me.
Ted.
You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them.
You look like Ted.
It's like Eddie Kane Jr. Who is Ted?
Ted? The teddy bear?
Teddy bear? No. This is Eddie Kane Jr. right here, man.
Oh, okay.
Name
Does
that
Sherrod
movie.
look like Ted?
Or Eddie Kane Jr.
I think he
That's
looks
a
like
huge
Ted.
age gap. That's a huge age gap. Ted is mid 2000s. Eddie Kane Jr. is early 90s. Maybe even early 90s.
Okay, that's our debate. Sherrod's jacket.
Nights like this,
I can't quote
wish
Ted on the show, I think.
raindrops would fall. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. And the fact that the arms is young, it's definitely Eddie Kane Jr.
I just think it's funny. If
Yeah.
I say you look like Ted.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have what we want to do finalized by the 12th of November. What we want to do, like lay out the plan for it, and have samples in hand by the end of that week. So we have 2 weeks, really 3 weeks
Yeah.
from today.
Yeah. Christmas sweater, ugly Christmas sweater. I want to
Sample
go
ideas.
viral, man, with
Yeah.
the ugly Christmas sweater. How can we? Dang.
We just have to pull it. Well, I think where we're at this year, like with these ads and our strategy and all that, I think it has a good, like, I mean, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, like
Last year we were just, like, last year's ugly Christmas
we could do
sweater.
something. We could do something like if we come up with an ugly Christmas sweater and throw it on Shade Room at the right time, with the right price, a one hit. With the way we getting these shirts now, like these sweaters and hoodies now, the price we getting them at,
Yeah, in bulk, huge difference.
like
I mean, how much, okay, on last year's Christmas sweater, how much were we getting those? Ed was making them, they were a 2-color sweater,
Yeah, I think
which was quite expensive.
Yeah,
The sweater.
I ain't make no money. I think it was at like $12. I think or something.
Yeah. So we could really sell these at $14.
Possibly if we can get these. If we can get these
I know we
crew
can get
necks
them
at 4.
If the hoodies are going, well, I don't know about
we
4.
might be able to get them at 4 or 5.
Are they that much cheaper than a hoodie?
Yeah. We probably can get them at 5.
Let me see.
If we getting hoodies at 7 something.
But that's like a huge discount. That was when we ordered, like,
Yeah, but I mean, if we trying to go viral or something,
Yeah.
I think we can.
yeah.
I don't like dry space, so I mean, let's keep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it should. I mean, you can keep looking, but I'm saying like, I think we can definitely do those at like.
Yeah, you're right. They're pretty cheap. They're $5.94 right now.
So yeah, we can get them at $4.50.
But there's no stock of them very much, so we'd have to figure out what we want to do with that.
We gotta call them.
Okay. Oh yeah, because we can. Yep. Okay. What time are we at? Do we have a lot of time? I lost track of time.
42 minutes. That's how long this has been so far.
One more topic.
What's up? What else you got?
I have talking about the office layout and the importance of a creative space.
Oh yeah, and creative space is important, man. I haven't left the factory all weekend. I feel comfortable here now.
Yeah, Sherrod wouldn't really come into the factory too much in the last
Since
year.
we got here, yeah.
Oh, well, since we got here, but I'm saying even over there.
Yeah, it was no space for me.
Yeah, it's just too much going on. And so we can play the B-roll of what's going on in there now. But basically, we sectioned off the space. We talked about it last time.
Mm-hmm.
But last time it was empty. And Sherrod went in there and, got his dopified it
Yeah.
with,
I mastered my aesthetic.
yeah.
I know you often heard me wax poetic, but trust me, that was nothing.
The green carpet, plants, projector with Seinfeld on it, couch.
Yep.
The new iMac is in there, or the newer one, not that one. So I like it.
Yeah.
It was way faster than my computer. I was using it all day today.
Yeah. It's
nice.
pretty fast. It's cool.
Speakers, basically creating a creative workspace where we're not.
Somebody came in
out
and said
here.
it looked like Google. It's like I was like, whoa, thanks.
We need a nap pod. You know what that is?
Maybe the storage room can be that.
The nap pod.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. we have like a $50,000 nap pod hidden
funny.
away.
That's
That'd
funny.
be tight. But the importance of it being that,
Yeah, man. You
Speak on that.
need somewhere to like. At least for me, some people can probably just do it right here in the middle of the chaos. But for people like me, I need somewhere where it's like preferably dark. And I mean, I can turn this side off, and it can have a nice aesthetic. And if I want to take it up a notch, I can get up there and put a curtain on that window that's bringing in the natural light, and make it like almost, you know, movie-like, like a movie room dark. But yeah, like I just need somewhere to think, and it's easier to be here and working and coming up with samples because I can make them right away. If I'm at home trying to make samples and I'm thinking about it, I'll put it on a shirt, then it just won't look right just off on my computer, and then I'll just say, oh no, that's whack. But being here, I can send a file to Devin, he can make it, you know, I can see what it looks like on the shirt within a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. And it's like, okay, that might work. So I'm gonna be here probably a lot moving forward.
Great.
Just annoying y'all and
great.
This is where I do my best work.
At some point, like in January, February, Sherrod was still around a good bit, and I'll get so excited when he would leave. Be like, yeah, finally, man.
Dang. Jeez. Okay.
It's because you were there like a lot, but then it was also no one else was there to divert your attention. It was just me or Sir, and Rel, and then you were mad a lot back then.
Man, I was mad a lot.
I think that was Rel's fault.
Yeah,
I blame Rel.
Rel was annoying. It was just a lot, huh?
So I like Rel.
Yeah, you're probably the only person that like Rel. It was just a lot, you know, back in those days. But now it's like, you know, a little stress has been relieved, and things are working. You know, I mean, I come in here sometimes and I see people talking a lot and still on their phones for whatever reason. Oh yeah, no phones again. Like,
did you see someone on their phone?
Reiterate it. I'm saying, yeah, I'm starting to see people on their phone, and I don't know what it's.
We have the phone zone thing. They're supposed to be there and there. All right. Yeah.
That ain't the case.
All right. It's noted.
Tomorrow.
Got it.
No phones. I'm finna get on the thing where it's like, can you create an iPod that plays on multiple headphones at one time? Can you Bluetooth an iPod to 3 separate headphones? Where it's like, if people need to hear music, it's like, okay, cool, we get that. But can we sync this iPod?
I think it's just a single sync.
Okay.
Or else everyone's, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're listening to Bluetooth.
Because we need to be like a silent party in here.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a thing because that's what a silent party is, right?
Right.
It's like you get on one channel and all your headphones are on one channel. Well, maybe we just need to figure out what a silent party uses and just use that.
Look into that.
Silent party things.
Because people's main thing is like, I need to listen to music and this and that. All right, cool. Listen to your music. Because we was in there having a meeting, and there was just this huge debate out here earlier about all type of stuff. And I'm like, how y'all got that much time to talk?
I think, yeah. Okay, so because we uploaded this last video today, we don't have any questions yet. We do have some comments, but there's no real questions.
It's okay.
So we'll just skip out on the question segment today.
Yeah.
But with that being said, ask us some questions about whatever. And I did get some people saying that they sent some stuff, but I have yet to see it over there. So maybe it's in the mail coming. But if you would like us to wear something, we're just wearing our regular clothes because we haven't gotten it.
Say it. Yeah, catch me.
I don't know. I can't think of any TED quotes, so I'm done with that. But yeah, that's all I had.
Next podcast. That's the starting off subject is the time you have to invest into
your personal work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
Okay. So that'll be next on the Untitled Guys podcast. And also submit some names. It wasn't supposed to be Untitled, but that's just what happened. So if you have any clever names, what do you think?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe we can have a name contest?
That's what we should have put on the thing. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the thing was the Keyshawn thing. That wasn't the podcast. That was...
Well, we need a name for this podcast.
Okay.
So leave comments on YouTube to name this podcast. Actually, watch some of the podcasts so you can get a feel of what we talk about and what we do and stuff like that. Don't just leave a name, but watch a little bit of the podcast. Subscribe.
Important. We're very close to 1,000. We're at 962.
We're trying to monetize.
So today we've gotten 4.
Okay. And what you said, once we get to 1,000, we can start running pre-rolls before other people's videos?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how that works.
Cool. All right.
We pay for those, but then the monetization part
You
is...
sure we can't run them now? We can't run pre-rolls?
I didn't have access to like the part of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like has to, you know,
You have to be
if that
there.
were the case, then anyone would make any account and run whatever the heck they wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like okay, they're there, they can do this.
Okay.
I think it's their kind of safety net of spam. You know?
Right. Okay.
Actually, that's 100% the reason why I spam.
Right.
That'd be annoying if people just ran ads for.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
All right, guys. We're signing off.
Cool.
About to get back to work. And see if we can meet this goal. 60K in 3 days, right?
67K.
67K in 3 days. Let me see if Jay can do it. Jay was freaking out.
I can do it. I can do it.
You can do it.
Hey, did you know Adidas is releasing
Bobby Boucher?
a whole Bobby Boucher collection?
It's going to be brown and orange.
Yeah, it's the mud. What are they? The mudfish or some.
Yeah.
I forget what their thing is.
How was New Orleans?
It was fun. A lot of costumes in New Orleans.
How did the Jason outfit go?
Oh, that wasn't for New Orleans, but it killed. I was the fashion killer.
Okay.
Yeah, clever. I had a good time.
Shout out to who came up with that, Elise?
Elise came up with the word fashion killer. Yeah. It wasn't going to be, I was just going to have it on me for no reason because I thought it looked cool, but yeah.
Okay. So it was a good response?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have the best costume of the night?
There was so many people at that whole party.
That you saw? Was you looking at somebody like, man, his costume was a little bit better than mine? Or was you like, no, I got this?
I thought because everyone had just like I made
like
it.
Walmart stuff?
Yeah, or like, Spirit Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was one of the few like
thoughtful.
Yeah, I printed the thing out. I put the thing. Yeah. I thought I did well. Because usually homemade ones is like, what do I have in my house that I can put together? And then the other ones is like, there was impressive ones, but it was like I spent $200 at a Halloween store.
Right.
Or I spent $30 and got us to vinyl to do this.
Hey, I'll take it out. Check.
It was this big of a square.
All right.
That big. All right. Cool.
All right. We'll see y'all later, man.
All right.
Peace.
Breakfast on the yacht. I like expensive property. Trust account on lock. Federal Reserve a spot for me. No need for money. Gold kilo money. Negotiable instrument. White people money.